It's an unexplainable, almost unbearable stalemate that's breaking the hearts of everyone who knows the families and friends of the Connecticut newlyweds. It has now been 10 days since this terrible nightmare began. It was then that a brand new bride discovered her handsome husband had vanished. George Allen Smith disappeared from a cruise ship in the Mediterranean sometime in the early morning hours of July 5th in the waters between Greece and Turkey. It's a case that's clouded in controversy and shrouded in questions. Did the young husband fall overboard? Was there foul play? What about the blood discovered in the cabin he shared with his wife, Jennifer? The investigation included Greece and Turkey because the cruise ship was sailing between the two countries when Smith disappeared. But now authorities seem to have stalled in finding anything new about what happened to Smith that night. Our producer, Richard Gold, is in the Turkish resort city of Kuşadası. He says new information is hard to come by with police officials.
We've been knocking on doors and making calls all over Turkey. In the last few days, the case here seems to have gone cold. The authorities certainly aren't helping to shed any light if there are any new developments.
A Current Affair also contacted an official at the U.S. consulate in Turkey who told us, quote, "The U.S. government is working with Turkish authorities on this case. The embassy is taking it quite seriously," end quote. The FBI also is involved and told us they're actively pursuing the case, although there are no new leads. The George Smith mystery takes on a more ominous tone in light of some statistics published by the personal injury law firm Lipcon, Margulies, and Alsina, PA from Miami. The firm states that on one cruise line, there were 173 cases of sexual assault allegations during the 4-year period, 1998 to 2002. Is there a cover-up in the mysterious disappearance of George Smith? Attorney Jack Hickey legally represented cruise lines for 15 years. Now he often represents passengers who are raped, assaulted, or even injured while at sea. Thanks a lot for joining us, Mr. Hickey. Obviously, anything is possible, but a cover-up in the George Smith case, why? What would be the motivation?
Well, the motivation is that the cruise lines feel that there's liability, legal liability. They have a financial interest in covering up the true facts, in controlling the investigation, and certainly in controlling the message that's put out to the media, which they seem to do a very good job at.
Does there seem to be any likely scenario that comes to mind for you?
At this point, I think we're speculating to a certain degree. One scenario, of course, is that someone throws themselves overboard. Another scenario is that people are partying on cruise ships, which the cruise lines know about and should anticipate, and they fall off or clown around, but that's just speculation.
Well, Mr. Hickey, we haven't been able yet to talk to the bride, Jennifer Smith, but we do know that right after her husband went missing, she did fly home after talking with Turkish authorities. How common is it that the bride wouldn't stick around, that loved one who was on the boat wouldn't stick around through the investigation?
Well, I think that's very common. I certainly would anticipate that. People are in a foreign country. They're in a country like Turkey, which is quite different from the United States. She wants to be home. I think it's not only common, it's to be expected. I think it's natural.
All right, Mr. Hickey, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.